What is going on? This Jungle Ray. I wanted to keep my word. I am late as fuck. It's been crazy busy thanks to y'all. Okay. And to the 3-day Love Bind 3.0. Okay. What is the. I'm going to show it like this. I had their faces covered, but just for. Uh, it's a little doll factory over here. Okay. Oh, one head in the building. Shout out to you. Don't know who you are, but peace and blessings. Gabby the goddess. What's happening, Gabby the goddess? Yeah, these are the. This is what it is right now. Salone for life. Just to show you how big these poppets are. But yeah, we've been working on these, and I'm tired as fuck. Good, Slobo. How you doing there? TV. What's up, TV? Hi, Kiko Luciano. What's going on, Kiko? How you doing? How is your Wednesday? Thank you, Salone. The wife has done an incredible, wonderful job. Haven't you? He's over here and like it's like a Shangorian sweatshop, okay, of puppets. Sitting here wide awake, yeah. Well, TV, it occurred to me, TV, that yesterday I was going to pull a card for you, and I got distracted. I don't know what the fuck happened. And hey, TVM, and yeah, I didn't get to you. So you're numero uno in just a minute if you so choose to be. You know, I am doing well. My wife, Miss Davis, says hello. I got her working away in the sweatshop. You know what I'm saying? Put her to work. More work. Yeah. A lot of sexual energy for these dolls. Not like anything's going on them. I'm just saying in the environment. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, TV. What's going on, Panda Bear? So what I thought I'd do is I would come and, do just a little brief carpool thing. There's a few of us on here right now. I know it's late for a lot of y'all. Or maybe early, because everybody's, you know what I noticed? Everybody's clock is now thrown off. And you know what that tells me? That your natural clock is kind of more or less what it is now than having to be in some structured thing where you got to get up ass crack early and shit, you know? So, it's 12:36 p.m. here. Dan, where you at, Slowbo? I know that's not your name. I know I forgot your woman name, but your lurker account. Oh, Canada. Okay. Damn, you're that far ahead? 12. Are you sure you mean it's not 12:36 a.m. like at night, late at night? Teleworking, so I'm good. Okay, good. Good to hear that, Salone. Mila. Okay. Like, what's her name? The actress, Mila Samagalis, or whatever her name is. I forgot. All right. It's AM. That's right. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I was gonna say, unless you're like on the other side of the world or something like that, at a sergeant. I feel like I'm a raccoon right now. We didn't get to sleep till like 7 in the morning, and it's continued ever since. Get up, have some coffee, and then whatever, maybe get frisky a little bit, and back to work, and then whatever, you know what I'm saying? Doing the damn thing. Like a chicken wang. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do, and y'all out there, don't forget to check out the video. There will be no link up here or there for how to make predator money. I pulled out 10 ones. No, I'm not going to the strip club unless it's in here. But yeah, I'm gonna fill these out. Somebody had a great idea too. Absolutely, Kamara. Absolutely. Somebody had a great idea and commented on the video about predator money and said, what if I pulled out a bunch of cash, did my thing on all the bills, and then just deposited it back in? I'm like, that's actually a fire idea. That's a really good idea. I forgot who said it. But that way the cash will be distributed. You know, that's like an instant way because that shit's going right out. You know, so that was in the comments too, and I think it was Panda Bear, if I'm not mistaken, who might have asked, well, what if I have an ATM card? Just as good, because we all know now, this money's really not this anymore. Money's a bunch of zeros and ones in a computer. So being that it's really, and where does that exist at? Those are just conceptual, you know what I'm saying? So your intent, the mental aspect over money has never been more powerful than it is now. So if you got an ATM card and you don't ever have cash, that's cool, you know? Just make sure you do that. Get in the habit of thinking that every time you purchase something that you're circulating, you know? So, because what we have as far as cash goes is not even a fraction of how much supposed money there is. I say supposed money because in this system, man, it's so fucking wacky, man. They're so whacked up. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They really don't. Anytime you got a fucking species trying to block out the sun for something, come on, man. Come on, man. And certain people, I'm not going to say no names because I don't want this video flagged. Hypothetically, let's just say, if they happen to, you know, come up with an operating system and then years later, just because they have a shitload of money, maybe somehow they're supposedly got some type of, you know, pedigree where they can be saying who should get, what's the word? Oh, yeah, vaccinated and shit. You know, I'd be wondering, like, look, man, of all the assassination attempts, if you need a target, right on. Okay. But that enough of my ranting and raving. So, you ever just be like looking at the news and things like, why doesn't somebody just blow that motherfucker's melon off? He's not untouchable. Nobody's untouchable. Just pop his melon. You know what I'm saying? Just pop his fucking melon. Why don't you? You know? He'll probably have what's that shit they make from kid cells? Somebody on here knows. I know, Salone. Be nice. What's happening? What's that stuff they make? They're drinking. The elites supposedly drinking this shit, you know? Adrenochrome. There it is. I thought of it. Adrenochrome. Yeah, he probably drinks some adrenochrome and grow his head back. Well, somebody pop that motherfucker's melon, please. Shit. Yes, TV. It's made from stem cells. Exactly. Shimano 5. And his kids aren't vaccinated. Of course they ain't, because they know what's in that shit. I'm gonna have a computer geek telling me I should do medical shit. Get the fuck out of here. Azaria 19 blood. They probably do that. I'm sure they do that too. I'm positive they do that too, actually. You know, but yeah. Somebody just go down the line and start popping melons, man. Just pop melons. Just make it easy, you know? Make it easy. Of course, there's probably somebody behind those individuals who will, you know, just my humble opinion, and I question why somebody hasn't done that, you know? But, yeah. We're among monsters. Hey, you know? But I gotta say this. In the name of extreme responsibility and extreme ownership, all of us as individualized perspective souls chose to incarnate here at this fucking time. So if we're going to be mad at somebody, that's our humanity too, being mad, because from a soul perspective, you understand the whole thing. You got a bird's eye view of the whole thing. But when you're down in this shit, you only have a very limited perspective. So we should be mad at ourselves. Shit. Kiko, I know you know. I know you know. I be thinking that too. That's like that. That's like my humanity bullshit kicking in. Just like, look, man, you came here for a reason. My reason, okay? Ain't nobody put me down here. I put me down here. And no, not Shango, this person, you know. The grand, what do you call it? The grand poobah behind the person. That's who put you here, you know, your greater self. I mean, like, thanks, greater self. Thanks, higher self. You must have been fucking high. Okay. But yeah. My perspective is a nature of dichotomy. I know. Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? I know. And it's funny because if you guys have ever watched like people who channel, like I really like him still. I just haven't watched any of his shit in a long time. But Bashar was dropping gems on him. I mean, dropping Fifth Ward bangs on him, you know? And he was saying how the higher self, I mean, if we're talking aspects of ourselves, it's kind of like it's not immune to what you as a human go through also, the slings and arrows that you as a human go through, you know? So it's like at the same time it already knows, you know. Has anyone else heard of that cat resting story? No, please. Enlighten. I've never heard of cat resting. I don't know who that is. Who is that? I'm surprised old Smooth hasn't showed up now. Since Kiko comes around, it's like catnip for Smooth. His name TV is Bashar, Bashar, and he's channeled by a guy named Daryl Anka. Daryl Anka. So if you look up Daryl Anka, it's gonna come up. You know, if you look up Bashar, you might get a bunch of Arabic motherfuckers on there. So I don't know. Yeah. I'm sure there's a billion Bashars in the world. Shimano 5, good to see ya. And I know you're doing your shaman thing over there, jumping in and out of dimensions too, man. So, you know. So yeah. Good. And complaining doesn't help. It only helps to solidify that which we complain about, right? Okay. That's what I always say. Even though once in a while I still gotta have my little crabby, I like to bitch a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's like a guilty little pleasure, you know what I'm saying? Apparently she was a white girl and summoned Papa Legba to do a spell on her black girlfriend. 3 days later, she died. No bullshit, real story. She died of an anxiety attack. I have to look that up now. I love shit like that. I gotta check it out. Another good thing I seen, yeah, right, Shimon? Another thing I seen, some of y'all might have seen this on the History Channel. They have Ancient Aliens, right? We all know that. They've had several episodes where they talk about are the gods of this earth, and they go into like Hindu gods. They go into all these different Chinese gods because the Chinese actually say they're celestial from, you know, their ancestral. Well, if you know who their real ancestor is, it's not a duh. Like, of course, they're celestial, you know. But you Wuhan motherfuckers, nah, I don't know. Anyways, so they had several episodes like that, right? But they had one on Papa Legba and how even the son of Sam, basically the point, just to sum it up real quick here before we get into stars, this was like, you know, are the aliens, you know, telecasting their shit into certain people, i.e. Tesla, i.e., you know, these different people, right? And they were like, some of these gods are trickster gods, so some of them might want to start some shit because, and they go into a lot, they juxtapose a lot of things as to why. No, I don't think that is the case personally, but I would even say I know that's not the case personally, but maybe, hey, you know, I know that I don't know, okay? But yeah, it was very interesting nonetheless. The point is, it was very interesting. You know, son of Sam claimed that he heard instructions from a dog to go kill people. Everybody knows Papa Legba is all about, you know, dogs and shit, especially black dogs. And there was a bunch of different things, you know what I'm saying, as far as all that goes. But it was just interesting, you know what I mean? Kiko, I don't know why people be doing crazy stuff like that. Don't the Mason use spirits? I believe they do attempt to. I believe it also depends on what level of masonry we're talking about, because the average mason don't fuck with that shit. But only when you get to the upper echelons do they, you know, indulge. You know. Indulge. Yeah. So TV, man, it's levels to especially. So true. So true. So true. Yeah. There's a lot of. It's just like some need extra precaution when going out in the sun. Why? Because your ass is going to get burnt the fuck up if you're not careful. You know what I'm saying? And some can just soak it up, naturally. Okay, so yeah, yeah. Yeah. But I was watching. There was another video I seen posted. Some dude was talking about be wary of dealing with women who are in the occult. You know what I'm saying? I found it humorous because I was watching it with her while we're doing things for all these poppets that we got in, and we were like basically on the borderline of being swamped. We were basically swamped, right? So he's talking about, man, watch out. They'll try and bind you. They'll do this and that, and it's like here we are, and all the cussies are women, all of them, all of them, all of them. So we're here laughing like, who you preaching to, Yeah, just a little TV. If you don't have no business doing it, then don't. Plus, that girl could have had a great protection spell. You never know. It can go into so many what ifs there, Salone. You go casting on somebody and you don't know their ancestral firewall protection, or they may have some other shit from other times or other dimensions around them that you know not of, and you go fucking with that security. It's like it's like a fence around them, right? And you go thinking you're just gonna climb over it, and you don't know it's an electric fence. Now we have barbecued you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta watch out. Be mindful, I should say. Yeah, well, most women. I won't even say most, but they're most likely to do it than a man. A man will do it, but they'll definitely be like, "Shut up, nobody know I'm doing this," because they know amongst their men, mandom, they're gonna get clown. Yes, Azaria 19 definitely done curse removal, absolutely. But I just thought that was funny. But he went on to tell a story about this brother who was dating a Spanish sister, and she, I guess came by and saw him with another broad and shit and got mad and, made up a poppet. And apparently she, if I remember the story right, she bound it to some type of malevolent force, malevolent spirit, and then took that shit and buried it in his flower pot. They had like a flower pot in the yard of his house or whatever, or apartment or whatever. And yeah, I guess apparently, I don't know the total facts on it, but apparently like 2 weeks later, done died on they did. Yeah, Miss Snow. It bees like that sometimes.
Tell your story. You told me yesterday.
Oh, y'all want to hear a quick story before we get into cards? I mean, I don't know what it reminded me of a story that I had heard a long story time. Shangoran story time. Get your hot chocolate. Yeah. So many moons ago, all right, old Shango used to be curb serving. For those who don't know, he was a pharmaceutical distributor on the street, okay? And there she, be nice. There you go. She got the cup and everything. So, of course, there's a plethora of clientele moving through this one particular neighborhood, because this was the type of neighborhood that had a bunch of abandoned buildings, had a couple one-way streets. If you didn't know where to get drugs, didn't know anyone to get drugs from, you would go to this particular area of town, okay? Everybody knew it. So all the D-boys would be out there. We're trying to get ours, right? But it was also the hottest place in the town, in the city, like always getting raided, always getting, the cops just swoop up from all these different directions and shit, and you never knew. And back then, this was like 2000, 2001, shit around there. And there was always rumors of cameras everywhere. Now you can have a camera that's like a micro you can never spot it, you know. But back then they weren't as common, I guess you could say. But so, lack a long story, there was this one little bar on the corner, and you know, everybody used to run in that bar and run out sometimes, you know, or they just looked like they were busy, or they'd slang out the bar and shit too, and all that stuff like that. There was this one gentleman who would buy, you know, a lot of crack at times, and he was somehow, you know, when you're standing around outside and everybody's just standing around and shit, you get into different conversations, and he was saying how that he was in a relationship with a dude, and he was madly in love with this dude, but this dude was married, and this dude was going to have a baby with this woman, right? So the guy who's telling me this shit, he had a friend who was a warlock, right? Supposedly he had his own little coven and everything. And this is way before I was like really, really like balls deep into the occult. So I was just kind of like, you know, he's telling me the story how he was in love with this dude, and he went to the warlock and said, "Hey, I need you to," you know, in his infinite wisdom, instead of just doing something to have the dude come to him or whatever, he thought it would be better. He wanted just to get rid of the wife and the baby, right? And so he calls his warlock friend and or goes to see him. And the warlock said, "Okay, I'll tell you what, you come back in a few days. I'm going to need you for something, you know." So he tells the dude to come at a certain particular time. And the dude comes, and I guess they created some puppets of the man and then of the wife. And they did something to like kind of split them. But he wanted to make sure that, because the guy, the undercover gay dude who was married having the baby, you know, he didn't want anybody knowing what was going on. So he was like, "Look, I want the relationship cut, but I want to make sure he doesn't go back to this woman, you know." So the guy said, "Okay, well, what I'm going to need you to do is stick 9 pins in her stomach." And they did like, he already had the shit fixed up, what he was telling me. So like, but it was important for this particular ritual with this particular warlock that he had to take part in this, because it was his energy that was going to push it over the edge, you know. That same concept is why there's just a little after step when you receive your poppets, which is also kind of why, you know, because it really seals the deal in my experience. But anyways, let me not digress. So he goes over to see the warlock, and they finish up the ritual, and then comes a part where he's got to put the 9 pins in the belly of this poppet, right? So he does it, and then later on, maybe about a couple weeks, I don't know, and I don't want to misquote myself because I don't remember exactly, but either she and the baby died, or the baby died in some weird miscarriage, and then that caused a strain in the relationship between her and the guy. So they split, right? So he's telling me the story, and he was like, "That's one of the biggest regrets of my life," you know. And he was like, in about, you know, maybe a month or two after that happened, immediately when I heard the news, he said that he felt, you know, very, very guilt set in for him, you know, for whatever reason. And immediately, like maybe about 30 to 60 days afterwards, he found out that he was, in fact, totally full-blown, like HIV positive, AIDS, you know, up the ass, no pun intended, you know. And it just, everything, his life went down from there. He was a smoker, you know what I'm saying? So he would buy from everybody, you know. But yeah, so one time I will never forget that conversation, you know, out in front of the bar that time, because you don't really hear stories like that ever, you know. But at the time, I was kind of like, well, you shouldn't be fucking with that shit, you know. But you know, obviously, I was just more into the mind at that point than full blown, you know, occult studies and shit. But yeah, so you definitely want to make sure if you're going to do something that you can sleep after you do it, you know. LEB, LEB, intuitive beauty. What's going on? People got to be willing to face the cons. Absolutely, TV. Absolutely. Yeah. And the last time, I think like a year or two after that, Kiko, I seen him around the block. And you know how that stereotypical image you may have of somebody that has like, if they do have like full-blown AIDS, I'm talking about AIDS from the 80s. You know what I'm saying? How they would have like the blotches and you know, stuff like that. Like he was looking like he ain't got long at all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, from then his life took just it was just downhill from there. And obviously his choices only compounded it to do drugs. And he probably just stopped giving a shit about everything. And yeah, you know. Yes, it was Miss Snow. Yeah, that's what he looked like, TV. Last time I had seen him, I was just like, you just knew. I was like, yo, like he's not got long. It's it's about to be over. You know, the curtain's about to close. But yeah. So what I think I'm going to do now, after we just had our little Shangorian story time, all right, is to I'll just do some, you know, gratis card pulls. You know what I mean? Just do a couple here, and I wanted to keep my word and come on. You know, I didn't want to just disappear and shit. Yeah, it was. But like I said, Miss Davis, you can just tell. I guess there's certain events that happen in certain people's lives that are defining, you know, and you're either going to go up from here or you're going to go all the way down. And a lot of people may go all the way down, and maybe certain people will, you know, grab themselves by the bootstraps and make it something that and go up from there, you know. But yeah, it is, Lady K. Yeah, it is. But yeah, that's how it was going down, man. And I remember certain little stories from other individuals about, you know, different little witchcraft wars, different houses against each other, and all kinds of little different shit, you know. Wow, I can't even say anything about that. Yeah, it was you know, I mean, at the time I didn't judge him. I was just like, I mean, I'm out here doing the most. I'm out here, you know, shit. I'm out here selling drugs. I'm out here like, you know, beat people up. We're involved in different activities. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was just like, hey, to me, I was like, dude, you tripping, man. But what can I say? Like I said, I never forgot about it though. Go with it, gang banging. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I wish I was up on it. I don't know, I might have been a drug kingpin, Shaman. I don't know, because you could use, yeah, if I would have had the knowledge back then, shit. But then there would have been no need for that, you know. But, I mean, everything happens at its particular time. You know, you kind of orchestrate before you come down here. Okay, in this chapter, I'm going to be a fucking idiot, and I'm going to do this. And out of this is going to come the fucking Phoenix, you know. But, yeah, you know, I guess it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's have a little fun here. Let's lighten it back up, shall we? Let's have a little fun here. But before we do, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. And if I forgot to mention, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. There's 34 heads in here. Only 15 have licked the like button, crack to crack, and all the way back. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. What's happening, Sharice? So yeah, hit that like button. Well, good, Miss Davis. You are a shining example, okay? Let Miss Davis be the example, okay? You lick when you come on in, okay? That's what you do. I remember that old song, some of you may remember. It was like one of them cheesy pop. It was on like the top 40 stations like way back when. But you gotta lick it before you kick it, you know? Am I still first? Gabby, now you are. Actually, no. I'm sorry. I retract that. TV's first. So for Deacon is Vance. Apostle Vance. I'll call her AV. All right. How'd your Sunday read? Yeah, right. It's in the ethers, Shaman. Right. Yeah, it's in the ethers, all right? You gotta lick it before you stick it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And that even goes for me in the sense that, like, that's how I, warm up, so that I can stick it, okay? Because that's for me. We get the engine warmed up. You know what I'm saying? So I totally understand that sentiment. I understand the sentiment. So it does work both ways. It does work both ways.
Are you accepting any donations?
I am always accepting donations. I never say no to abundance, baby. Never. Never, never. That's mandatory. Not that you have to donate, but I'm saying that's mandatory. You got to be open to abundance, okay? Never say no to abundance. Okay, so Apostle Vance. Apostle Vance. That's better than Deaconess, man. I'm putting you up there. Apostle Vance. Okay? And I know you know the lingo. Okay? Apostle Vance. All right? All right? Apostle Vance. Here we go. What do we got for Apostle Vance? And because I was going to do her yesterday. I was going to pull card for her yesterday. I didn't get to it, so, I got to do Apostle Vance here. Let me see. Oh, Apostle Vance. Let me see. Apostle Vance, I feel like you're on the verge of something, Apostle Vance. Yeah, I see. Okay, well, it's hard to see. The jokers on this deck are not really that much to look at. They look like a little swirl, right? But this is kind of like the big joker, okay? And you see here, you got the Jack of Spades, Jack of Spades, Jack of Spades, okay? And, okay, so the big joker, first of all, basically what I'm getting here, for these two cards, I feel like you're on the verge of actually making a move on something. I feel like you got some plan, something going on, but it may be something creative. Of course, since it's you, Apostle Vance, it definitely may have a spiritual tone to it, or something to it involved in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, it might be some form of a spiritual based something. I don't know exactly. What I'm kind of getting off of that is the Jack of Spades. I don't definitely feel like this Jack of Spades is reversed, okay? But the Joker shows the need for that. It feels like a leap of faith. It feels like a leap of faith here, okay? However, I do see that I feel like you're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're going to do it. So, this also may have to do also with work, or moving. The best way I could say it is like moving, some type moving jobs. Not working a moving job, but yeah, I guess moving occupations. That would be a better way to say it. Okay, this could also be tied in with your work life too. Okay, but there's something you got going on. It's just now it's time to either jump or to not. But I feel like more than a particular choice as to which way to go, I feel like the only way to go is to jump. Really. Okay, so you may know what this is, or it may become apparent to you in a few days or so. But definitely, and this is also the card TV Apostle Vance of the Spiritual Initiate, okay? So I already know that you're going through certain things, and I don't mean that in a bad way either. I just, we all are going through certain things at any given time. Could be great things, could be mundane things, could be things that kind of suck, but I know that you are using this quarantine time, more so for your benefit than just kicking it, so. All right. Cool. Absolutely. All right. Who is next? These are very difficult. These are very difficult to stuff, by the way. So I'm not going to be on here super long because I got a lot of shit to do. I told her I'd help, finger some dolls. You know what I'm saying? Kamira. Cherokee Fire. Shout out. Kamira Davis. Deacon Davis. What do we have for Deacon Davis? Deaconess Davis. What do we have for Deaconess Davis here? And today I'll just do 2 for each, so fuck it. Whew, Deaconess Davis. What do we have? It's almost espresso time, Sean. Deacon.
Always espresso.
Yes, it is. Deaconess Davis. Deaconess Davis, man. Oh, Deaconess Davis. First of all, Deaconess Davis, I just want to say, now I'm not trying to put it out there like that, but I can feel the restlessness kind of coming through. It's seeping. It's seeping. Okay, there's definitely some restlessness, emotional restlessness. All right. Yeah. Okay. You got the 4 of Hearts reversed, and you have the 9 of Hearts reversed. Obviously, we're going to get into, you probably kind of already know what I'm going to say. This one right here it's showing me how you're not right now feeling very emotionally secure within a certain context or a certain relationship. Okay. Also, I don't know if this just happened, and I don't know if it's future tense. I'm kind of fried tonight, which is why I didn't want to do call-ins and shit like that, just because, like, I'll admit it, like, my shit's fried a little bit. But yeah, this is a loss of love. Okay, or another way of putting it could be a death of a love. Okay, now that could be through literal translation, literal transition. Okay, death, divorce, or desertion. Somebody, obviously divorce is, I take that as more amicable. Hey, you go your way, I go my way. And then there's desertion, where you come home and they're gone. So I kind of actually am leaning more towards that this is hey, Stephanie Schmidt. I feel like some of these elements may be more future tense, but I know for a fact that the 4 of Hearts is definitely a right now thing. Looking, searching, whatever the situation is, it's like you're longing to be in a situation where you feel that emotional security, where you feel safe, from an emotional standpoint. And the good thing I can say, if there's any good thing about the 9 of Hearts, is usually it's a precursor to a 10. A 10 is a whole new beginning for a whole new level. Okay, so yeah, just I would suggest taking a lot of as much as you can anyway, self-care. Okay. Why, thank you, Miss Davis. Spirit's telling me to tell you to take care of yourself, Deaconess Davis. Okay. Now, this is a very much time. Don't be afraid to kind of baby yourself a little bit. Of course, you can be stern with yourself and stuff, but, now is the time to take care of yourself, I knew I was going to tell you that too, Miss Dave. You said you're about to make me cry. I know. Okay. But, well, then, then you're on the right track. Okay. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Salone for life. Salone for life. Yeah, but big bless ups to you, Deaconess Davis. You're gonna be cool, but yeah, I can feel the ruffiness of the patch. You know what I'm saying? Going through a little bit of a rough patch here, which is okay, and which is natural. All right. Not everything is fluffy unicorns and rainbow shit. Rainbow sherbet shit, as they showed in the thing. All right. Salone for life. One more time. Salone for life. Salone for life. All right. Salone for life. Yeah. Just a moment. Hey, Salone for life. I don't know if you got just a moment. Sometimes I like to look through the cards, not at the cards, through these bitches. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I gotta tell you like this, Salone. I don't know if there was a move for an occupation or for work, or maybe your work entailed that you have to move around or you have to be mobile at times. Okay. But I see a possible, and I know it's kind of like a paradox what I'm about to say, okay? It's like an unforeseen event coming out of left field that you almost cannot prepare yourself for, okay? And it's like, well, if you're telling me, then in a sense, I am preparing. But oh, don't worry, the universe has a way of, but I'm not saying that this is necessarily, it doesn't feel like it's necessarily 100%. In other words, sometimes we get information so we can make a different choice. First of all, make a different thought, then make a different choice. And we switch timelines to whereas we don't have to experience that. Okay, I do feel that's kind of something more. Because this, I'm going to show you your cards too. All right. So the 5 of spades and then this goddamn joker here. Okay. Hey, Vanessa J. So yeah, the other thing I got to tell you, I got to be perfectly honest with you, Salone. This right here, one of my first impressions when I seen that card, I almost didn't say this right now, okay? And it could be related to the unexpected happenstance that could happen, okay? I don't want to even give examples because when I give examples, it paints pictures in minds, and that could actually be what is needed to make it a self-fulfilling prophecy, if I'm making sense. All right. So, but I felt like there's somebody doing work on you. And it could be work related, somebody at a job or at your former job or something. I don't know exactly what it is. All right. But for some reason, I feel it may have something to do with this. Okay. So my advice to you, make sure you're grounded, energetically speaking. All right. Number 2, I would suggest, first of all, we don't need to be afraid of anything. I would suggest, though, to fortify. I like using the word fortify as opposed more so to protect, because the word protect automatically assumes you're getting attacked in a way, you know? So just to kind of, hey, put that out the way. I would just say more or less to keep your fortification, healthy, if you will. What's poppin', Bobby C. Bernie? Okay, so that's what I have for you. But okay, good. And I hope these words fall flat on their goddamn face. All right, absolutely, Salone. The way that I usually do these card pulls, which is kind of how I'm doing them now, Katria Mitchell. I will get to everybody as soon as I can. And if I can't, then we'll definitely have to do it again. We'll have to make a date and do it again, okay? Katria Mitchell, though, I got you. I ain't seen you around these parts here. Okay, so we gonna do you. Katria Mitchell, okay? So, one more time, Katria. What? Sharice Monique. How am I? Hey, Miss Snow, okay? Indie Goddess reveals always come to one. Hey, right on, Indie Goddess. I appreciate that. Bobby, you're next because you're one of the few brethren here, and I do it. I ain't seen you in many moons, Bobby C. Bernie. Okay? No, I'm not trying to skip you there, Sharice Monique. All right? So, hold on. Believe me or not, I was like, okay, yeah, Katria Mitchell. All right. I'm sorry I had to remember the names. I told you I'm fried a little bit today, so forgive me, people. All right? Even Shango gets a little bit fried, okay? I'm shooting out too much life force over here. All right. Yeah, shake your head up. Anyways.
Because you wanted to.
Yeah.
I worked for it.
You thief, you sure damn well. Yeah, you sure did. Always. Ain't no lay downs over here. All right. Shit. You. Shit. Yeah. Anyways, PG-13, everybody. Word to burger. All right. Katria Mitchell. Yo, I feel like, I don't know, man. Katria, you got this too, okay? I don't know. I feel like the loss of love experience is something that I don't know if this is happening now or not, or if this is about to. I'll be honest about that part. Okay, but I see the death of a love here. Once again, through one of the 3 D's, all right? Death, desertion, or divorce. We're all going to lose the ones closest to us by one of these 3. Okay? In some form or fashion anyways, in this existence, all right? So, yeah, I see that happen, and I've also seen like a major blowout, major argument, verbally, okay? Verbally, and as well as I would almost say this kind of feels like an anxiety, because it's like a mental restlessness, if you will. But this 5 is, I feel a real heavy anointing of conflict. Okay, that's what I feel with this shit. To be honest, I felt like this 5 of clubs right here is like a lot of verbal just arguments. Like verbally, you're just like, whew, y'all are just, I don't know if you're going at it with somebody or whatnot, but I would like to say that whatever it is, it's not good for you. And especially right now, there's enough shit to stress on right now. Whatever it is, it could be also affecting you physically. You know, you keep getting pissed at somebody or arguing with somebody, that's going to have effects on your body, on your aura especially too, you know. So my suggestion would be, I don't know, it's time to really do a reevaluation of this, whatever this situation is. What is it? Because I'm not seeing comments. I just...
Nothing.
Alchemy of Life. His channel got recommended me today, like hours ago. Master Foolish posted his predator. Word! Shout out to Masterly Foolish. Go check out Masterly Foolish. I just found out he put up the Predator Money video. So you definitely want to check that out. Shout out to Master Foolish. Masterly Foolish. All right. So I'm going at the bottom here. Deania Kane. Deania, I hope, Miss Kane, all right, would appreciate a card. Well, absolutely. All right, hold on, but I got to, Deania Kane. I hope I'm saying your name right. I don't want to butcher this shit. Miss Kane, all right. Okay, what do we got for Miss Kane? What do we have for Miss Kane? Right? What do we have for Miss Kane? What do you got? Yes, Miss Kane, what's happening? Okay. Okay. I don't know who the air sign is, but there's an air sign man coming in your direction, Miss Kane. Okay. Now this experience may be kind of bumpy. I don't know. Maybe it's current. Oh, I got you, Bobby. All right. So maybe it's current or something. Okay. This guy may be older than you. I suspect he's older than you. All right. So yeah. Okay. But the thing about this guy is he's kind of like, I I don't know. I feel like there's some shit talking going along or something. Or your name, I kind of see, the best way I can explain it is like your name kind of being drug in kind of the mud in some form or fashion due to this, what does it say? Just this bitch. What a name. Yeah. So, you know, so yeah. But out of this whole situation, whatever this is, and I feel like it's about to maybe pop up. I'm sorry, I was just laughing. I was just amused by your name because it just popped up like just this bitch, you know. So.
He's like, yes.
Just this, bitch. Like that shit can go so many different ways, you know. Yeah. So, but what I do see though is you getting some type of a lot more clarity, a lot more peace of mind, okay? Every time I see this 4, I can't help a lot of times but think of a table that's able and stable, okay? So you want your mind to be like a stable table so you can build on top of this shit, okay? A mind that's too rocky and has no type of like almost a foundation, too wobbly, you can't put nothing on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So whatever this situation is, I feel like in a lot of ways you're going to learn a lot from this guy. Even maybe through his fuckery. Okay? I don't know if that makes sense to you, but if he isn't here now, trust and believe he's on the way. Okay? Brandon Haywood, what's popping there? So that's what I have for you. Euphoria Fire. Oh, bad news, everybody. We about to die here on the battery. Plus, I do got to get Miss Kane. It's my utmost pleasure. We love you too, Miss Davis. What was I at, man? Okay. Yeah, now it's all like, you just got home from work. How you guys doing out there down under? All right, how's it going out there down under? You know what? Let's get an old tried and true here in the church. We're going with we're gonna go with Deaconess Kiko. Down under is still in lockdown. Yeah, they call it that here too. You know. Hey, much love, Alchemy of Life. Shout out to you. I can't see you out because my phone just got super dim because the battery's like about to die. So if I cut out on y'all, it's not personal. All right. Right on. Thank you, Mr. Haywood. Everybody who wants a psychic text reading, you better go ask Border. I'm telling you, she can definitely read your mail. Make sure you come with the more specific your questions, the more specific your answers. You know what I'm saying? Fuzzy questions lead to fuzzy answers. That's kind of the logic. Whenever you approach any reader or psychic or whatever, like, you know, and you know, there's an old axiom too: the quality of your questions equal the quality of your life. Because even the questions we ask to ourselves, our brain is going to act like a dog and go fetch. So if you ask yourself dumbass questions like, why am I so stupid? Or why is this, you know, disempowering questions, your mind's going to go off and find an answer. Because you're a dumb bitch, all right? No, just kidding. But yeah, basically that's what it's going to do. You know, that's what your mind is going to do. So I think I got about enough juice for like one question. Kiko, I got you real quick. I'm sorry, everybody. I know. Yeah, Kiko, you already know it. Okay, Kiko. What we got for Kiko? Hopefully I get it on before my phone cuts off. Shit. All right, hold on. Kiko, first of all, real briefly here, this is the card of the negative Nancy, okay? Saint Negative Nancy, okay? The negative complainer, the inner complainer, okay? The inner bitcher, okay? We all have a negative Nancy inside, you know. But I feel like yours has been trying to really chip away at you lately in some ways, you know what I'm saying? We got to turn this 9 upside down. You know what I'm saying? And make a 9 with green on top. Okay. Choose to start looking more from. Sometimes we got to catch ourselves and remember, oh, man, I ain't fucking human. I'm pretending to be human. So you got to remember who and what you really are. You are divinity. You are all that is. And I know that sounds airy fairy, but the main problem with a lot of us who. Hey, we're back. My shit's all fucked up. Whoa, hold on. Let me scoop back. Oh, man. Y'all there? Oh, the camera's here now. Because I had in order to plug it in, I had to turn the phone upside down. Yeah, Gloria, that's a good question. Buddha, when the fuck you gonna rain for us? Yeah, Slobo, I had to plug in real quick. Kiko, if I recall, because I put my cards and I was like starting to shuffle after. There you are. After, I got to remember the camera's now on this corner, not over here. The other card that you had, like I said, you had a little case of the negative Nancy's, okay? Maybe getting a little bit pessimistic and things like that. That's okay. You could just take that and just put that over there. But I do see also that there is a woman in your circumference, a cipher, if you will. She feels maybe like she might be family, okay? This woman seems to be right now kind of needy of you, okay? And it is affecting you. And I think that also maybe has something to do with the mental state that you may find yourself in at times, you know. So Spirit is definitely also saying it's time to reassess the importance of boundaries, okay? I really feel like this might even be like some form of a relative or something, but this woman, I feel like she probably may even be a lot older than you or something, but she might need a lot. Can you give me a ride here? Can you do this? Can you do that? Whatever. And it somehow kind of just takes you off your little flow sometimes, you know. I don't know if that makes sense to you, okay? But yeah, just some healthy boundaries. It'll also help you to recharge more when you need to, you know. Yeah, and she emphatically says, yes! And also they said, wear garlic around your neck. Okay, kidding, joking around there. All right, so, whoo, it's hot. Okay, I think I got a couple more in me. And then I'm going into a meditation for a work-related injury on May 14th. Will things go my way? Euphoria, I would love to answer that question, but if I do your specific question, you understand that I'm gonna have to do everybody's, and I'm doing I just did like card pulls today. You know what I mean? Oni, how you doing, Oni? Ocean Cena. TBM. It's okay, Euphoria. I can still get you though, but no, it's okay, Euphoria. You didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? TBM, I got you real quick. And we haven't seen you in a long time, Euphoria. I hope everything has been good though. Me. Okay, I see you. Azaria 19. I caught the Azaria 19. It's medical humor, all right. So, anyways, TBM. Okay. Yeah, TBM. Well, okay. To the best of my abilities is what I'm seeing here. I've seen a massive echo over there. I don't know. It's funny. I hear myself like 3 seconds after. Anyways, I felt like there was something you was working on, TBM, or some plan that you had for another stream of security. And in this case, I'm really starting to think it has to do with money. Okay. But in this case, I feel that you're either putting it on pause or abandoning this idea, this starting something new. Maybe it's starting a new business. Maybe it's just kind of going in on something, you know. Let's buy a pound of weed. I'll go halves with you, or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, right? But I see like it's basically stopping or going to be stopped. Either outside influences may encourage you to just say, you know what, this ain't going to work, or timing factor may be off, or something like that. The other thing is here, I don't know who the Queen of Clubs here is. I don't know if you are a Libra by chance, okay, but yeah, this lady right here though is a loudmouth in a way. I don't think this is. I mean, this is more the way this is coming in is there's a woman that you know. She can be real fucking loud. She knows a lot of people and she talks a lot. Okay, and right now she may have also had some type of, whether by way of her just bumping her gums or something like that, it may have affected this particular idea in some form or fashion, which I know not of. Okay, but yeah. What's this? I thought about it, but was offered a new job. That could be it. And that's it. Something new, some type of new, yeah. And this also could be the form of a new job here. Okay, but and I don't know then if she's related to that, if she's working there already or whatever. But I feel like there is a woman that you've had contact with. Maybe she's a fake friend, maybe not, but she is full of shit. She likes to talk a lot, and she's kind of been putting your name. You know, people can fuck with you. I'm sorry. Every time we get a visitor to one of the sites, it shows up on the thing and it'll say who and what it's from, and it kind of just gets my attention because it pops down. A lot of people, huge traffic, okay, going for these the 3-day pop-its. I had to cover them up. I'm gonna stop showing them, so show them from afar, because I really respect people's privacy. We got a lot more right now that are getting fingered and stuffed, okay, but these were the first ones that we were able to complete for this size. We had some other ones, but they're sending they're sending some of their personal stuff to get put in, so we couldn't make them up first. But yeah, so I've been using these as my models. Anyways, yeah, you want to watch out for this woman though, okay? You might want to do like, I don't know if you practice magic or not, but you might want to do a shut your mouth spell or something, okay? Some form of, because, you know, although I don't give a shit what people say about me or whatever their opinions, you know, but people can fuck your shit up. You know, people can cause problems for you, start trouble. They could say lies and shit on you and kind of get people on you that you will have to deal with or something like that. I'm not saying that's the case for you. That's more of an extreme case, but you already know how this shit can go. You know, loose lips will definitely sink ships, okay? So please remember that. What else you got? Yep, I would say that is her. Is she an air sign by chance? Do you know she's an air sign? Because this lady was an air sign. It could be it's very strong probability she's an air sign or has heavy air in her chart. But she's very, very messy. You know, the Queen of Clubs is often like, kind of like the popular bitch or the loud bitch. She's very, you know, she can, when it's in her high, when it's not reversed, it's a very positive card to have, you know. She tried to keep me from getting the job. Fuck. Well, she's still at it. Thank you though for that confirmation though. How many heat transition line? I see. Okay, so I'll tell you what. I got like 2 more here. I would like to. Where's my boy at? I told him I would get to him if he's still here, because I don't think anybody. Ever since I dropped off the face of the planet, I remember since my phone died. Oh, Azaria 19. All right. I'm having to move and relocate. Azaria 19. I like that. Azaria 19. Simple. Just me. I told you, put your hand up. Time. is a Shango, Igbo, and Ifa. Word. Tying hearts. There you go. Or tying. What was the emoji you put there? Tying tongues is a Shango, Igbo. Word. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. So Azaria 19. What do we got for Azaria 19? Ooh, Azaria 19. I definitely need to meet Cafe. Round 2 of work. Let's see here. Azaria 19. Okay. Well, I have to tell you this, Azaria 19. Okay. Things are going to be going to another level. You know, I don't know work-wise what your situation is, but I sense a promotion in the work world. And it's saying low battery again. I'm plugged in. Shit. What do you want? What do you want from me? Anyways, yeah, a promotion, and I mean this more in this. I keep looking at the corner. You're over here. I mean this in a spiritual sense too, because I feel like you've been doing some spiritual work. I feel like there's a change in status as far as even the lack of. I don't know how a better way to say this, but your spiritual power is also going to a change of status too. I'm pretty sure you know that. Okay. But this is a very, very positive card right here to have. If there's any challenges, trust and know that you have what it takes, okay? You're overworking it, right, TV? Apostle Vance spoke. Anyways, you got a new relationship coming too, okay? Now, this could be a new relationship or the start of something passionate, okay? Such as a new, hobby, new line of work. And at the very least, last but not least, maybe even a new child. So if you get some of that quarantine D or something like that, I don't know. Be careful. Anyways, but I felt more so intuitively in my solar plexus that this meant some form of a new relationship, a new romantic relationship too, okay? Not a new text buddy, not a new male girlfriend to talk about the guy that you really want to him and make him wish he could get out the friend zone. No, I'm talking about a real relationship, okay? So that's what I have for you. I got some, the last thing I want to tell you, Azaria 19, keep doing what you're doing, okay? Yeah, no one caught your eye yet, okay? Yet is the operative word here, okay? Believe me, when I go, you're gonna be on one of these lives talking about you were right. I thought you were full of shit, but you were right. Word. All right. Celibate for a long time, huh? Well, everything has its. I mean, we're in a time of major shifts right now on a worldwide level, on a physical level, on a planetary level. So, hey, I think it's time you blow the dust off the oven and turn it on, okay? It's time to bake some bread, all right? Time to cook some meat. All right. So yes. And we follow our advice, don't we? Well, know me, yeah. All right. So absolutely, you goddamn right, Vanessa J. This was a shift for your ass, wasn't it? Like we were talking and I love the way that Mrs. Ray put it. She was like, I woke up one day and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? What happened to my life? Because it's like the whole paradigm just went, like, I mean, quick, you know? Word to burger. All right. Anybody else here I can, pull a couple cards for? Because we are about to call this quits right now. It's quits. I'm about to call it quits. Vanessa J, hey, why not? Sorry, Slowbo Vanessa. She beat you to it. She was like, me. What's that shit? Family Feud, where the quickest on the draw, All right. Vanessa J. If I could do a goddamn Steve fucking Harvey impression, I can't do it like fucking Godfrey. Shit, I can't do. I fucking hate Steve Harvey. Okay, Vanessa J. Vanessa J. What's up? All right. Hold on now, Vanessa J. I gotta look because this coming. Okay. First of all, Vanessa J, you're aware of the whole shift and everything. I can't ignore the numerical value of this, okay? 11. Okay, that's a spiritual gateway if there is one. All right, 11. Now the thing about this one is that's coming through kind of I feel like there's something going on here that's going to cause some form of division in a relationship of yours. Okay? Something going on is going to cause some form of division. Matter of fact, I see more or less like an ending of something. Okay? Now, this could be the ending of a job and or a relationship. Okay? And or some form or a habit of something that you do physically. Let's say, for example, maybe you drink a lot of soda, right? So that's for some reason coming to an end. I know for many of us that are on like our spiritual shit, a lot of us have had within the last year times where like we've given up things that we've done for years. Case in point, mine was like smoking cigarettes, right? Even actually almost like eating meat, period. It's like, I mean, I still will eat the fuck out some chicken, you know. I wouldn't, yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But there's an ending coming. The reason why I'm saying this though is this ending doesn't feel though like it's something that was thrust upon you. This is more or less like you actually taking the reins and saying, no more, no more. Yes, for your body and your spirit. Yes. Yep. You know, so that's what I'm getting for you, but just a little heads up, okay? Things can get a little bumpy, okay? But, you know, the bumps only really seem to affect us a lot when we like kind of indulge in them, I guess you could say. And I say indulge here when you keep thinking about the shit and this shouldn't be happening and whatever it is, like resisting whatever is going on, you know, that's when it seems to be like things, they get a little bit more buck, you know, but I think you got it. You got the goods to handle it, you know. Euphoria Fire, what you got? No double dip in there, Mr. Haywood. If that's the case, we be inundated with. Julia, you're coming, okay? I always go to the bottom. Vanessa J, it's my intention that this information serve you for your highest good. I also want to encourage you to. You are one of the one spirits saying, hey, go ahead and like also let her know. Keep doing what you're doing, you know, because yes, you are requested. You have requested, Julia. I see you. A lot of people have been requesting, and the way I do it is I just go to the bottom as I see it on my phone of the message of the chat, you know. So yes, okay. Don't worry. Euphoria Fire. What you got? All right. What you got? Euphoria Fire. What time is it?
10:53.
Oh shit. Okay. I got this one and one more, so Euphoria. We'll get Mrs. Fire in. Mrs. Fire. Mrs. Fire. Okay, Mrs. Fire. Guess what, Mrs. Fire? I think I might have told you this before, but I guess maybe I'm going to reiterate this. You got a new relationship popping up here, and I think we know what that is, okay? Especially after I do what I told you in that message, okay? Yeah. But this is also, I feel you, this is split because I also see you getting involved with something that you're passionate about as well. Something that is a new form or sparks passion in you. I don't know exactly what that is for you, okay? Now, I do see also some restlessness at the job as well, okay? Janelle 111. That's the third time I done seen 111 today. Probably because you shouldn't be there, Janelle. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So you have, I feel like this restlessness going on. It may, I don't know if the what exactly your what exactly your occupation is right now, but I'm feeling like this is more an inside job. You know what I mean? Like you not feeling too, like I said, restlessness, wanting something more or wanting something different or whatever. But I definitely feel like I'm glad that you actually still have a job though. That is awesome. Okay, but yeah, so it's actually looking good for you. I do, like I said, there's some new loving coming in though, and this is a two-part card though. It's split. One is definitely the first thing I seen was a new relationship, but then I also felt some other information coming in about, like I said, also indulging in other passions or maybe discovering a new one. Okay. Oh, are we trolling now, Janelle, or what? Do I got to get the shooters on you? Okay. Let's not. Okay. Shit. All right, Julia, you're my greatest inspiration. All right. All right, Julia. Julia. Yeah, don't tell anybody, Julia. Okay, Julia, you're heading into this space, and I hope you're using your quarantine time wisely, okay? You're heading into a space where you two are going to have like this. I kind of seen you. I don't know. It feels like more like up until now, I guess you could say, right? It's kind of like smog or fog around your head. I see all that clearing, okay? You're going, and I don't know if you're also partaking in doing things to actively, strengthen your, I don't know, your focus, your concentration. Maybe you're also meditating. Maybe you're doing other things that help you to kind of clear your mind or stay more centered and grounded mentally. But I also see you entering this space of, because before I felt like you kind of was maybe all over the place, but whatever you're doing, I do also want to encourage. Also, you got here right, the 7 of Diamonds. Okay, now this is a card all about how you value yourself. Okay, and I feel like you're entering a space where you're learning more about yourself. You will be learning more about yourself, and also you will be looking at yourself differently. Okay, you're going to be looking at yourself and be like, nah, you know what? Holding yourself to a higher standard, but also having a higher standard for what you're going to tolerate. Okay, and what kind of bullshit you're going to put up with, what's beneath you, and what you want to strive for. Okay, it's about not what you're running from, but what you want to run to. All right, for you. Okay, so I want to offer you my deepest encouragement because you're on a good trajectory here. Okay, and they always used to say to me, when I was way back when, and when doing music and things, and it's like you're always looking for somebody to validate you, to put, you want someone to kind of tell you that you're this and that. You have to already know that, not in a conceited, cocky way, but just in a way where you just fucking know that. Like you got to be your number one fan first and foremost. Does that make sense? That's the best way I can sum it up for you. But I see you doing that. That's the thing. Okay. Okay. I'll tell you what. Good. Good, Julia. Cherokee Fire. We're gonna do Cherokee Fire. All right, cool. Well, then you should know you're on the right track. Keep doing what you're doing, but just consider this like some encouragement also. Like, Spirit was like, hey, because oftentimes when you make a change, after a while, you might need a little something to come in and say, hey, you're doing great. Keep fucking going, because I mean, after the pizzazz wears off, you still got to keep going, but it can be challenging at times. Cherokee Fire. That Cherokee Fire. I'm gonna hit you with some of this Apache Fire. Okay? No, I don't know. Yeah, absolutely. See, even Deacon Haywood over here, he's talking straight facts. He knows, he knows. This man's going through a lot of change. He's doing a lot of changing and rearranging. Okay, Cherokee Fire, one more time for Cherokee Fire. Because once the novelty of like, oh, I've changed, I've started this new thing, and it's like more normal, but then there's like those times where like you kind of reach that weird gray zone where it's like, do I go back to what I was or do I keep going? That type of thing. Carmen Webb. Well, glad to be that one, Ms. Anthony. All right, Cherokee Fire, Cherokee Fire, Cherokee Fire. What do we have for Cherokee Fire? My boy took off because I was going to read him. I don't know why this kind of came through like it did there, Miss Cherokee Fire. But I feel there may be a fuckboy fire in your circumference, okay? Keeps flashing me, low battery. Yeah, man. Okay, now this guy may be a fire. She said, yep. I got to tell you. I'll tell you what, Oni. I will do you, and that's it. That is it after this, okay? Because Shango is fried. Shango left his own damn self in the oven too long. He's cooked. He's crunchy, all right? Yeah, man. Okay, Mr. Hayward. Anyways, Miss Fire. I feel like this, you know what? This doesn't often come through with this card a lot of times. But right now, I got to tell you, man, this situation with Fuckboy Fire is like, there's a lot of jealousy, man. And in a way, I feel like y'all two be trying to see who can one up each other on the jealousy or / maybe even disrespect factor, But he can get rambunctious, He can start some shit. He can kick up some dust or whatnot. To some, he may also be known as a knucklehead, especially if he gets inebriated, drunk, high, or off of whatever he may be. I don't know. But yeah, this is problematic here. There is also a restlessness with you too, okay? Because I know you want more than what the situation is offering you, okay? And there's been times lately where it seems like your life is a playground right now, okay? Up and down, a teeter-totter, and around a merry-go-round. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Carmen, yo. Oh, almost like, shit. But anyways, it's a serious time right now I know nobody wants to hear this shit, and even more, nobody does this shit usually, okay? Not everybody. Some people do. They'll look at their whole situation and actually have the lips or the balls to say, you know what? I know this is going to be hard. It feels like I'm cutting my arm off, but fuck this shit, okay? Wow. Then he's definitely, I don't know, man. Yeah, he's up in your shit. Definitely. He's definitely, if it seems to be still coming through like this, definitely. But I can also feel like the restlessness and stuff like that still coming through. You know what I'm saying? Emotional restlessness, I don't know if you're into different spiritual practices or whatnot, but you got to look, yeah, I would say first and foremost, find a way to to ground yourself I don't know if you have any channels also to channel your creative energy, your emotional energy, or anything like that. Maybe there was something that you were doing before that you stopped. I kind of get the sense of you might want to pick that back up. They're saying, okay, because it'd be therapeutic. Holy shit, thank you, Euphoria Fire. Fruit bat. We've had enough of bats. Okay, no, I'm kidding with you. Because get it, the COVID-19 supposedly came from bats. Yeah. You know, Cherokee, there's a reason why you're here. Spirit told me to look in to tell you. I'll point you in the direction, okay? Don't pay so much attention to my finger because you're gonna miss all that heavenly glory. Okay. I'll point you in the right direction. Cutting energetic cords. Okay, your homework. You want to go on YouTube and you want to type in how to cut energetic cords. There's going to be a shitload of videos. Now, this is where your intuition is going to come in, because your intuition is going to lead you. Therefore, I say, okay, to the right video for you. And you're going to know because it's going to resonate with you. And you're going to know it's resonating because you're going to say, you know what? I want to do this shit right now. As soon as I turn this video, I want to do this, you know. But you got to cut cords, okay? Because I'm going to tell you something. If you're still attached to somebody and you ain't cut cords, through these energetic cords, information is passed to and from, okay? That's why sometimes this nigga will just fucking pop up in your head and you don't know why. And it's not because of a song, and it's not because of something you seen or someone you said or something somebody said. It's because he's thinking about you, okay? And the vice versa, all right? Also, energy is passed through this cord. So some individuals are more vampiric than others, meaning they siphon your energy. They're still feeding off your energy, okay? And it could be years of this. It's like somebody taking, 10 cents a day out of your account and then maybe 20 cents a day out of your account. You probably won't even notice 20 cents a day missing, but after a while, it adds up, you know? So there you go, all right? Well, Cherokee, that's your homework. That's your assignment. Should you take it, you will be liberating yourself, okay? If not, you will continue to face the bullshit, all right? So that's your homework. Cut them cords. Cut them cords. All right. Now, Oni Oshunia. Oh, wait. I got two. Let me do Carmen, and then I'm on Oni, and then I'm out of here, okay? I'm out of here. So, everyone, thank you, Carmen Webb. Thank you, Euphoria. Thank you, everybody. But hold on here. Carmen. Why do I dream of my mom nearly every night? Well, some of that is your own connection to your mom, okay? I don't even need to draw cards for that, okay? But I will, since that's, what you requested. Some of that is, of course, your own grief, which is natural, okay? Now, have you been writing down your dreams as far as your mom is concerned? Because there may be there's more than likely important information in there. And there's a very good chance also that information is not literal. It may need to be decoded, okay? But some of that, when we grieve a lot over somebody, or when we continue to grieve for years and years and years and years, right? Not saying that that's you, okay? Cancel clear that. It is normal and healthy to grieve, okay? It is not necessarily so normal to grieve for like years and years and years, okay? Sometimes that can also hold a spirit back from going forth from what they need to do because of the attachment, the extreme emotional attachment, okay? Card pool, please, Carmen Webb. So that's also a strong factor, and I know that it's been super hard for you right now, and especially the way that it happened. Who was the air sign we were talking about, Carmen? I don't know if you remember. Was it your brother? You had mentioned it. My husband Dale gets dreams of her too, and last week he's seen her in our home. Well then, looks like Mom ain't finished. Mom's telling you some things too. Uh, these are your cards. Funny, we also have the Nine of Spades, which is the card of death. Also, it's one of the death cards, if you will. And here is the King of Clubs. Okay. Now I don't want to put out any false accusations or do none of that shit. Okay. But have you checked in around the circumstances of her passing? The real deal. Yeah. Have you? I feel like there's something, for whatever her reason, also something around the time of her passing that she is trying to know. Okay. Now I had mentioned something, and I'm trying to go off of memory, and mind you, this was probably umpteen readings ago. So, and when I do a reading, as a rule, I try my best to do delete, and I delete the file. So then some people be like, "Remember when you said this to me?" I'm like, because I don't. Like a lot of times, it's just it's over with. When it's done, it's done. You know. Hey, Black Widow. Yeah, so we were talking, I do remember one thing. You had mentioned something about, I don't know, something about your brother. There was an air sign. I don't know what your brother is, though. Seema's Way. No, I was doing just gratis card pulls. I don't know exactly, but I do feel in some ways. All I'm saying is just look around, okay? That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm going to tell you, just to look around. She's obviously not happy with the way that she went, okay? So there is still some things that she wants to transmit to you, all right? So I don't know. Make sure you check up on what's going on, with whatever insurance policies, if there was any, the death card. The way that it's coming through to me in this particular case, Miss Webb, was having to do with the situation with her transition. Okay, most of the time, most people they see it coming. Like a horse will go walk off somewhere and just it knows it's gonna go, so it does its thing. Some of us though don't do that. So anyways, do we have a shit talker in our midst? Okay, good. Because I don't know. I wasn't reading everything. I just said something. We prefer PayPal.
The other one.
Okay, good.
The one from Instagram?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Right on. Okay, Oni, I'm gonna do you, and then the light started flickering on my house. Okay, well, Carmen, I maybe possibly we can get into this within the confines of another situation, but yeah, that's what I got though right now. As far as, like I said, I did kind of make a precursor, like in doing a heavy duty question, because Shangito's kind of fried right now. He really is. Okay, so Oni, I'm on you. Animals do that. Absolutely, Mr. Hayward, they do. Because they know they don't have all this garbage that we got. They're more tapped into universal source, so it's like they know, we're like, okay, I'm gonna stop being a horse now. I might come back as an elephant, maybe a human, who knows? So they know when they're gonna go. Oni. Make me some fucking coffee. I need that juice up. Yeah. Alright. Hey, did you get your package, Black Widow? Just speaking of that, because a lot of shit has been funky with the mail. We've had a lot of faux pas going on with the mail.
Black Widow, she's still waiting on the socks.
On the gym socks, right? Yeah, let me look around. And we promise we ain't gonna send you no crunchy socks, okay? I know, but I'm just making sure, man. Like, Okay, so Oni. Okay, gotcha. Okay, Oni, what's happening? Going into Oni's Audi. All right. Okay, Oni. Uh. Whew. Okay, these are your cards. You know, I feel like you got somebody approaching you, Oni. First of all, you know when I watched the video too, I thought this shit would be like it's backwards. Because I was watching something I did and the video was backwards anyway. So, but obviously King of Diamonds. I see I see actually there's a man approaching you, and he's going to be able to help you also, possibly financially. Okay, no, maybe necessarily not just going to be giving you money or something. Maybe you're that good. I don't know. And the guy's going to say hey or whatever. I don't know, but definitely, he's also going to be giving you some game. Now, maybe there's things that you want to do that you have there's some missing pieces to the puzzle, you know? So you're probably kind of looking around and it's like, here you meet this guy. I sense he's in the finance game or he's a successful business person, okay? But he has a lot of wisdom regarding mammon, okay? That fetty, that guap, that change, that money, that scratch, that whatever that them chips, all that shit, okay? So yeah, Black Widow. That's the first thing y'all always say too. Sugar daddy. I, I don't care how holy or how Orisha like some of these women are. It's just like you say sugar daddy, like, oh shit. Anyways. But anyways, too. I feel like something's going to be offered to you. My life story. I saw my ex outside my window today, and I know it ain't him. uh, um, so I feel like also something's going to be offered to you. Okay, now in some form or fashion, within your very own spiritual initiation, I do feel like there is some resistance. I'm gonna get to the meat and potatoes of this one, and then the lighter shit. Okay, we'll do this first. So I feel like there are some sticking points. What I mean by that is just, points where you might be kind of resisting this particular part of your path. Resisting what you ask? Well, I will tell you. Okay. There may be some things or aspects which you kind of gotten comfortable with, familiar with, but they need to go. Okay. And maybe right now that whole stripping away what isn't you business is not really feeling too cool right now. Maybe I kind of want to still hang on to this shit right now. Well, you're perfectly entitled to do that, We all do that at times, but yeah, I just sense that there was spirits like saying, "Hey, as stubborn as you are, we're even more stubborn. We're going to win, okay? We're going to win." But yeah, this whoever this guy is though, he's definitely going to help you to achieve some of your materialistic goals here, okay? Whether that's by gifting you, by investing, sugar daddying, or just giving you some game. Sometimes you get in a conversation and somebody says something and you're like, why in the hell didn't I think of that? Like, this is a game changer right now. Everything just shifted right now, just from those few words, okay? So you got some of those things going on, okay? But also, the lighter part of this is I think someone's going to be also maybe offering you a job also. But I feel like you're going to turn it down, okay? It's not for you. And so don't be surprised when that happens. Or if somebody offers you something like an opportunity, hey, how about, would you want to come work here? Would you want to do this? And you're like, nah. Okay. White Rose Goddess. Yeah, everybody's about that SD, that sugar daddy. And I still got the how to procure a sugar daddy. It's kind of a ritual, kind of a course thing coming out. But a lot of good information. I know a lot of women who have procured sugar daddies. So, yeah. You're going to want to stay tuned for that. I know some of y'all are going to be all up on that. In my opinion, if you just happen to attract a sugar daddy and or sugar daddies and they're just, throwing cash at you and you're just like, hey, but you're still about your own shit and you're still on top of your own shit and you're not just dependent on these sugar daddies, then, so be it, But in a sense, it's like if you can create or magnetize or draw to you a sugar daddy, like, then you can create or draw or magnetize other shit. And what I'm saying is, in some ways, or from some perspectives, that's kind of like shooting low. That's like shooting low for you. You know what I mean? Like, you can shoot way higher than that. So, I don't know. Just my opinion. Anyways, I got to get up out of here. Much love to all of you. And by the way, please stop by, check out the 3-day Love Bond 3.0. Okay, I'm telling you, these are on fire right now. It's fucking bananas here. You can't see it, but like there's a shitload of dolls over here. Like the factory is in full effect, and we got a lot of ritual work to do tonight too. So I got to make sure like I'm cool for that. So you definitely want to. There's only how many left now?
8.
There's 8 left. So 8 rituals left, okay? And yes, the ritual includes your poppets, okay? These are how big the poppets are, by the way. So they're nice and concise, okay, for you. And everything nice. You also get some Secret of My Success 2020 Love and Lust Oil. That's for you, okay? For the person getting the dolls, make sure you anoint yourself with this because you want to infect your aura with that love, lust, passion vibe, because that just is fertile soil for your poppets to work even better than they already are going to, okay? And then finally, if that ain't enough, okay, for some of you more aggressive clientele, we also have some bend over bitch love and lust oil too, okay? Now this is to be used specifically, you can use it, definitely it's to be used specifically with your poppets, okay? But it doesn't hurt to, anoint yourself, or if you're gonna, if you're gonna see somebody, you just anoint your hand and you go, hey, how you doing? Make sure you get that point of contact and you touch them. Julia, you can email us at askshangoraynow@gmail.com. That could be a start. Okay, there you go. As soon as I said it. See, a good woman is a maker. Okay, the man kind of passes it off and then she makes. Okay, I say it and look, boy, a good wife is a maker. We shoot the babies in there and then she shoots a baby out. Okay, or maybe babies if you if you got twins or triplets or some shit like that. Oh, Kansas City, Missouri in the house, and all the while I've been doing this video, the little shit's been dropping down. New visitor. So I don't know where we're at with it now, but we also have a coupon for those who want to act now, okay? Find your own reasons to act now because this coupon is basically worth $302 specifically, okay? So it's the equivalent of me just giving you $302 and saying, hey, use it for these poppets because you would have spent full price anyway. So, consider that.
What if you're single?
Huh?
What if you're single? Good
question. See, we only get quality questions that's what I'm talking about. If you're single, and you do not have a specific choice of person, okay? Now let me tell you something. These 3-day poppets, they work. I won't even say they work the best, but I know they're really effective when you either know the person or have had relations, or if it's just somebody but it's a specific individualized person, okay? If you do not have a specific target, then I would suggest, can you hand me Mini Go? I know this is it's like a doll factory now, basically. I would suggest then for a single person, and I will tell you why also, but you can get a Quantum Bruja doll. Now, this is my very own. Obviously, I got money. I'm fixing up money because I'm doing more money rituals with Mini Go. Okay, Mini Go is in town. He's always around, okay? So we're going to do some things with him, but with this quantum Bruja doll, I can do money rituals. I can do love rituals. I can do something for a specific person, or better yet, in my opinion, if I'm single and I want the most choice, I want the most abundance, then I'm going to do rituals to attract a certain archetype of person that I want to deal with. Okay. That way it's going to come in many different forms, you know, and I will have choice because it's not just like, you know, if you have one specific target, that's one thing, that's cool. But if you don't, my suggestion is that, okay, because you also want to make yourself more attractive. You can do glamour spells and shit with your poppet to just make yourself more magnetic, period, okay? So you're going to attract more, period, okay? So that's my suggestion, okay? If you have a specific target, you definitely want to get the 3-day love bond, okay? 3.0, the 3-day love bond 3.0. You know, I can't be the one to tell you, you know, why you'd want it. That's up for you to find your own reasons. And, you know, also these reasons got to be something that you feel good about right now, okay? And it's got to feel right to you. That's the most important thing, okay? That's the prerequisite for this, okay? I don't want to convince anybody. I don't want anything. Like, I want the knowers. When they come and they see this, they're like, I know this is for me. You know, there's been plenty of times I've seen opportunities. I'm like, I know this opportunity is for me, and it was, you know. And there's been other times where I was just like, and you know, maybe I was wrong, maybe I was right, but so enough of my yapping. As you can tell, I need to get out of here. Peace and blessings to everybody. We'll try and be back maybe tomorrow or Friday. I might do something on Friday, my day. Okay, so we shall return. Okay. Shit makes it. Yes. Oh, wait. Seema's Way asks, Borda, are you selling these? When you see Borda's Bruja Boutique and www.shango-ray, we're like, it's one and the same. Okay. It's like when you go to Target and you're in like the women's section, then there's like the men's section, but you're still in Target. Yeah, that's what that is. So, all right. It's a husband and wife thing, you know. So anyways, thank you so much for the questions. Thank you everyone, you know, for the donations and all that. Black Widow, Julia Anthony, everybody, shout out to you. Peace and blessings to you, all right?